Raphael, the cold, cruel head of the Sorel family, is known for his fencing prowess and deep knowledge of medical science. Though still young, he has survived numerous plots and venomous political strife to establish his family as part of the ruling elite. However, when the evil seed occurred, a noble that he had backed went violently insane and attempted to kill the king. Seeing this as the perfect opportunity to strike, Raphael's political enemies blamed him for the incident and attacked his Paris home. Betrayed one by those around him, Raphael fled to his birthplace, Rouen, in order to mount a counterattack. Though he arrived safely after shaking off his pursuers, he did not get the welcome he had hoped for.
Nicola, why are you fraternizing with the enemy?
Dear uncle, it is you who has driven me to this. How could you support a traitor who sought to slay His Highness?
You have nowhere left to run, Lord Raphael, former head of the House of Sorel.
So even my own flesh and blood would debase themselves to save their own skin. You think by selling me out the same won't happen to you?
We are simply doing what you have taught us. Trust no one. Those of no worth must be cast aside, even one's own parents.
Such callous teachings are worthy of your fearsome reputation. But no matter. In a few days, your head will be paraded about the streets of Paris.
Now! Dance! Come on! Come on! There!
I won't
It's time for you to perish! Damn it all. Everything started going wrong that day. The day that great beam of light pierced the sky. Blast! How many more pursuers must I slay?
He's headed into the slums. You lot secure the surrounding area.
I have nothing left. Life is but a series of betrayals. None shall give me a second glance if I look like this. A pauper's daughter?
I heard something over here.
No. This back alley can't be my end.
You, child. A strange noble passed through here, didn't he? Tell me where he went.
Okay.
Is this how my life is to end? Betrayed by a child?
He went over there and hid behind the horse cart.
The coward! After him! He should still be nearby!
What?
They're gone now.
Indeed. You saved me.
Nah, I just wanted to annoy them.
Still, I'm glad. So, tell me your name.
Amy?
Amy. Amy.
You're silly. Why cry when you're safe?
This should do it. Just don't touch the wound.
Thanks. Us poor folk never get to see a doctor. Then again, it's not as if we've any reason to live.
In my short while here, not one of these people has spoken with hope.
You know, life's strange sometimes. Red's a loner and normally doesn't trust others. Speak of the devil. Farewell.
Some bread. It's not much, but here.
You're too kind. The money I earned... Oh no! He left without paying!
Dummy.
I've been wondering, Amy. Do you not have a family?
Don't know. I've always been alone as far back as I can remember.
It must be tough for an orphan to fend for herself.
Hope only leads to despair. At least when I'm alone, no one can betray me. Right?
From a young age, she's never trusted anyone. Just like me. Whether one is rich or poor, life is equally twisted and corrupt.
Someone's coming. Hide.
Why, hello, Red. You're a slippery one. Everyone around here's paid their protection money. Except you. What is it? Have you found yourself another bodyguard?
Don't be stupid.
I know you've got some vagabond looking after you. How dare you bring trouble to my territory? First, your left leg. Then...
Filthy vermin! Unhand her now! Let us begin! Come on! Come on! Come on! How's that? It's time for you to pass! That's more like it. Not like this. Come on! Come on! Amy, are you all right? Show me your leg.
You didn't need to come out. Getting hit's no big deal. It's normal.
No, Amy. It's not. That's not the way the world is.
Really?
You've given me a future. In return, I must give you the same.
Go ahead, if that's what you want.
blade is sharp, but a little too straight. That's the brilliance of a French sword, and it's failing.
Indeed. However, there is someone whose life I must protect. That's why I must learn the best techniques Spanish swordsmanship has to offer.
Very good. A sword is indeed for protection. You must move with rhythm and swing your sword with passion. On guard!
Battle 1. Fight!
What's that? Well now, bleed. You're mine!
KO! Battle 2. Fight!
Incident! You dare! I can't
Bring up!
All movement must come from the heart. You appear to have grasped that concept well.
I'm grateful for your instruction. Actually, I have one more request. This girl. I'd like her to learn to protect herself.
Such a sense of caution. It's difficult to teach one who keeps a lock on their heart. However, I may know someone who can be of assistance.
Really? Please introduce us at once.
Raphael, you're such a dummy. Raphael, I'm cold. Hold my hand.
Sorry, Amy. How's this? We must find sanctuary, no matter what it takes. I can't teach you properly if we keep having to escape.
Raphael Sorel, I never thought I'd see you on French soil. How unfortunate for you to run into us.
I thought we'd be safe over the mountains. Are you sure you all want to come at me without reporting my discovery first?
We're not falling for that old trick. We'll only need to send a report of your death.
Amy, do you remember what I taught you? Strike the enemy true, one by one. You need only worry about protecting yourself.
Well now.
Try to have some dignity. Let's dance. Try to have some dignity. Still one more? Get on your knees. Fight! Is that it? Amusing! some dignity. With my blade, I shall forge a new world!
It's over! You don't want anything to happen to the girl, do you?
Amy! Let her go!
Certainly. In exchange for your life.
You win. Amy's everything to me.
Raphael! You dummy!
Amy?
Cut that branch!
Ah!
What the? The snow! Damn you!
Yeah!
Stupid brat!
Is that all of them?
Yes. You did well, Amy. Nobody should follow us, for the time being at least. If it weren't for Amy's quick thinking and skill, we'd be done for. I can't protect her with only a sword.
You do too much for me, Raffi. You are supposed to be my guest, yet it is I who remain in your debt.
You have allowed two strangers into your home, Lord Dumas. I am simply returning your kindness.
My servants speak very highly of you, too. You possess great wisdom, quick judgment, and charity. That is why I feel most distressed. Will you not rethink dueling on my behalf?
Certainly not, my lord. I am your sword and staff. I merely wish to protect your honor and name while you are ill.
Battle 1. Fight!
Bleed! Well now! Have a taste! Amusing! You're worthless! Well now!
KO! Battle 2. Fight!
You're worthless! You're worthless! No chance! You're mine! Worthless! It's time for you to perish! Try to have some dignity. Still one more? Such foolishness! How disgraceful! Let's begin! Checkmate! That's more like it!
Battle 3. Fight!
Real power! Stop this! No Pathetic. Come on! Kriva! You're worthless! Stop this! Let's begin! You're worthless!
Very good, Raffi. Seeing your devotion has made up my mind.
What do you mean, my lord?
Listen, Raffi. I will soon meet my end, and I have no child of my own. It would make me so happy if you would become the heir to my fortune. However, I have one request.
I am overwhelmed by your generosity. What is your request?
That girl, Amy, is it? She is not your daughter, correct? If you are to become my son, you should send her away. To an orphanage, perhaps. As I have said before, she seems to be a great weight around your neck.
I did not expect you to say such a thing. How about we continue this conversation over some tea? I recently managed to obtain some fine, rare chinaware from the East. Thank you. How are the lessons going?
Very good, young master. The girl will grow into a fine lady. On his return, my lord will be struck dumb in disbelief. Still...
Raphael, I think I'm more suited to sword practice. Can't you teach me, like you used to?
Amy, you're smart enough to understand. If you want to carve a future for yourself, you need an education and manners.
I know, but you meanie.
As you can see, there is still some way to go.
Amy. Can I really offer Amy a bright future like this? I came to this reading room looking for answers, but I'm coming up empty-handed. Ample finances, a safe place, a fine education. Despite the freedom this lifestyle offers, it's not enough. This letter. Report on the evil seed. Could it be? There's no mistaking it. This is research on that abominable evil seed. Malfestation? Madness? The evolution of humanity? Interesting. It all sounds so fantastical. This was written by Scholar of the Future. Who could that be? Soul Edge. A cursed sword that feeds on souls?
Raphael?
I see. An exchange is made for power. Maybe this sword is the key.
What is it, Raphael?
Oh, Amy. Why the long face?
I was waiting for you to come back. I thought maybe you were mad about earlier. I've been scared recently. I never knew what it felt like to have something to lose till I met you.
You have nothing to fear. I shall make you the perfect world.
Raphael? Are you in here?
Of course. Here's a thought. How about some hot chocolate for a change?
The names of the warriors whose fates were bound to the two swords have been etched into the very fibers of history. The Aval organization is something of a legend. Long ago, the king of a knightly order took up the spirit sword to confront the wielder of the cursed sword. Lurking in history's shadows, the secret society has persisted through the ages. Their mission has been to find the lost spirit sword and bestow it upon their future king, while preventing those that they called outsiders from wreaking havoc upon the world. Grow, a young man blessed with a cool head and magnificent fighting skills, became leader of the organization's punitive force. They sent him on a mission to hunt down and kill the Wreaker of Chaos, the Azure Knight. However, his entire force was destroyed, and he was dealt a nearly mortal wound.
You are so fragile, so weak.
Damn you, outsider!
Submit your soul to me.
Never! You have not defeated me yet! Am I dead? Kill anyone still alive. My soul, it is being taken over.
He's being consumed by an evil force. There's no use in letting him live as a hideous monster. Perhaps I could kill two birds by having him fight that outsider I already experimented on. He's being held around front.
Battle 1. Fight! Battle 2. Fight! Destroy!
Oh!
Aswell, why are you here?
Bravo! Magnificent! You've done well to return to your senses. Dear Grow, you fascinate me!
I was battling the Azure Knight.
And you failed. Without my aid, you would be dead now.
What of the Azure Knight?
I could not defeat him. It took my all simply to bring you back with me. He's a malevolent king and wields the cursed sword. It would not have ended well for me.
Blast! Could we assemble a new punitive force?
You wish to challenge him again? So loyal to the organization and the cause! The extermination of outsiders indeed! Sacrificing everything, even your life, to achieve the organization's objective! Is it because of the hatred you bear for the outsiders? Those fiends who took your family, friends, and home?
They are evil. All outsiders must perish. The deaths of my brothers shall not be in vain.
Of course! How could it be otherwise? That's who you are! And so you must be cursed by fate! Oh, the tragedy! The drama is palpable!
What do you mean? My arm!
Have you not realized what has become of you yet?
No! It cannot be!
It can, and it is! Your body is now partly infected by the power of the outsiders you so despise!
But
Tell me, how does it feel having within you the very same power that robbed you of all you hold dear?
Me? An outsider?
Such despair, yet such hatred too. But fear not. If you had lost your senses and been consumed by the monster within, I'd have disposed of you. But that did not happen. You are not the fiend you think you are. You are still human. For now. You wish to die, though your life was saved? Well, that certainly aligns with the organization's belief of eradicating outsiders, those who've rejected humanity, and as such, you should die. But why not see this as an opportunity? The great power you've gained will aid your mission to fulfill that belief.
You think I should use this power? Though it is a sin even for me to be alive? What foolishness. Such an act would betray the very organization I serve.
But you could use that power to give you the strength you need to defeat the Azure Knight. Is that not so?
What is this?
A gift. When mending your armor, I modified it to help suppress the evil within you. It should ease your burden at least a little. Of course, in the end, what you decide to do is up to you. But fear not. I shall not report anything to the organization.
You have done too much for me.
Not at all. I love humans, especially ones such as yourself who are tossed about by emotion and reason.
Back alive.
Curtis, what do you want?
How can you be so cold to a friend coming to check on your well-being?
It hardly seems someone in your position would come simply for that.
Though I number among the 12, the organization's supreme decision-making body, I can still make time to visit an old friend.
Just tell me what you want.
Your impatience is unbecoming. Still, you're as shrewd as ever. I have a new mission for you.
To defeat the Azure Knight?
Unfortunately, a different one of the 12 is in charge of that particular matter. Even you, the strongest of the 12, were unable to defeat the Azure Knight. We need to try other means than brute force.
Since I failed my mission, I assume my seat was forfeit.
While some among the 12 wish it to be so, this mission is designed to convince them otherwise. In other words, this is a chance to rise from the ashes. I shall accompany you as an observer.
Any mission to subdue outsiders, I shall do. I care not for my seat in the 12.
Come now. I wish to lead you together with the organization. It's a selfish wish, admittedly, but you must assist me.
Stubborn as ever.
Well, some have always been too stubborn to respond to anything but greater stubbornness.
Do as you please.
That I shall. And accordingly, before I reveal more of the mission, I want to make sure you have not gone soft. Let us step outside.
Battle 1. Fight! Despair! Charge!
I'm coming! I can do this!
Roar for me!
Arm Knight!
Despair! Charge! KO! Spring out! Battle 3. Fight! A storm coming! Deploy! Take this! Palatine! Separate! Palatine! Scarlet Flame! KO!
Kill him! Careful now. I see your time and recovery did not rid you of your mercilessness. Do you wish me dead?
Forgive me. That voice. It is the same evil voice from before. My fate is sealed.
Fear not. You are not back to your formal self yet. How is the wound from the Azure Knight?
Though not fully healed, it will not interfere with my mission.
Is that so? Always trying to put on a brave front. Well, I concede defeat. Your wound must not be so serious after all. Are you done? Yes. Sorry it took so long.
And what is the intelligence chief doing here? I would expect you to have better things to do as one of the 12.
Grow, do not speak to our master in such a tone.
No matter. It is true I am free enough to see my two pupils. Moreover, I have information about the mission.
Then say what you have to say, and be quick about it.
Very well, I shall be brief. We have located a branch of the ancient outsider group, Feegle Sestimus. Grow, you will initiate a surprise attack and destroy the outsiders quickly. That is all.
Understood.
No mission I have ever accompanied you on goes smoothly. Indeed, the trouble you find yourself in goes beyond bad luck. Hopefully, this time will be different.
You can't escape me!
In a matter of days, there have been floods, landslides, earthquakes, forest fires, and now merchants assailed by bandits. It's a perfect storm of trouble. You really were born under an unlucky star. What should we do? We're on a mission. Should we simply move on?
Scum who prey on the weak are simply that. But they are not mindless outsiders. They are beyond our jurisdiction. Still, I assume no matter what I say, you will still try to help, no? If so, let us make it quick.
You wish to use me as an excuse? How unfair.
Take this!
Thank you so much for your help. Take this as thanks.
We need no thanks. Just go.
Certainly.
We have wasted enough time. Let us move on.
Wait. Before we proceed, I must clear something up.
What is it?
When I fought you, something bothered me. And seeing you fight those bandits confirmed my suspicions. Your arm. What are you hiding? I heard that Aswell saved you. What did he do to you?
He simply healed my arm. You know how skilled he is with such things.
Indeed. However, is there not more to it than that? You're either trying to protect your arm or you fear something about it. Aswell created that armor too, did he not?
He did. It is simply that my arm still hurts from the Azure Knight. There is nothing to fear.
This is my opinion and nothing more, but I can tell you because I trust you. Aswell is as qualified to number among the 12 as you and I, but he is dangerous. Joining the 12 requires the approval of more than half its members. You and I were both recommended by the Masters before being approved. It was the same with Aswell, but he has no loyalty to the organization. Of course, the organization has its factions. There are radicals such as you who wish to exterminate outsiders above all else. And there is the old guard who consider coexistence an option. Still, all are loyal to the organization. All except Aswell. He acts with his own motives, and I believe it is only a matter of time before he revolts.
Knowing him, it is certainly possible.
Aswell seems to have taken an interest in you. If he is using you to fulfill some purpose, he could have done something to your arm.
Indeed. Even if that is so, what reason would there be to give me such abominable power? Do not worry yourself. I have no recollection of him doing anything untoward. My wound simply hurts.
Is that the absolute truth? Ever have you been cursed with bad luck and the propensity to get mixed up in trouble? I'm concerned. That is all.
Do not be. It is the truth.
I see. Then I am relieved. Intelligence was right. Souls are being sacrificed to obtain the power of an evil god. These fiends have lost their humanity and become outsiders.
Who the hell are you? You dare to interfere with Kunpeku's plans?
I waste not my breath on outsiders. Die.
No! Bring out the knight! Hurry!
What?
What on earth? Behold our ultimate creation, an undead soldier born of necromancy. It took countless sacrifices, but the Soul Edge Fragment finally granted us success!
Soul Edge Fragment. The cursed sword.
not expect to win. You may as well lie down and die. All who dare mock us shall be destroyed!
Well, they certainly kept this ace up their sleeve. How much bad luck can one person have?
So, the fragment grants enormous power.
The priest has it.
Your efforts are in vain! This is no mere fragment of steel. Even if you take it from me, you cannot destroy it! Our undead soldier shall hunt you down and slay you, wherever you may be!
Unleash your power. Kill those who defy you. Claim their souls.
The evil power they wield lies in my arm too. If I unleashed it, I should be able to defeat that creature. But then Curtis would learn the truth.
Grow! Get your head out of the clouds!
No!
Curtis! Sorry you had to do that.
It is but a scratch. I'm fine. And I was to be but an observer.
I need not hesitate. Without power, all is lost. The weak cannot protect anything. They are but rabbits to a tiger.
Enough!
You outsiders shall no longer do as you please. I shall do what I must.
To protect, to live, I shall harness this power to its fullest! Battle 1. Fight! Ring out! Battle 2. Fight! Despair! Charge! Take this! Separate! Demon King! Demon King! KO! Battle 3. Fight! Despair! Charge! Scarlet Flame! Scarlet! You will be erased! Atone for the sin of weakness.
Impossible! Oh, beautiful creation!
Die, outsiders!
Ah!
That appears to be the last of them.
But this is not the end, is it? suspected something all along. But when I pressed you, you tried to reassure me all was well. And I was in denial. I prayed it was not so. Answer me. Is this Aswell's doing?
I know not. But he told me that I was cursed the moment the Azure Knight wounded me. A dark power seethes deep down inside me, making me crave flesh and blood. If I lose control, it will consume me.
Without your power, we would have been done for. Some within the organization would recognize the value in having someone with the power of the enemy. However, to me, your power is that of the cursed sword. The organization must not allow it.
But with this power, we could eradicate more outsiders than ever.
You truly believe you can remain in the organization?
It is the most efficient means of exterminating outsiders. No question.
I see. In that case, you leave me no choice. Have at you! This place shall be your grave!
Battle 1. Fight! Take this! Everyone's embrace! Take this! Take this! Battle 2. Fight! Scarlet Flame! Battle 3. Fight! Scarlet separate! Scarlet deploy! Still going! Watch
Why do you not kill me?
I never intended to do such a thing.
Do you really expect me to accept you in that power? It would be a betrayal of our organization.
I know. Once all outsiders are eliminated, I shall end my life to pay for my sins. That is why I need you to watch over me.
I should have expected as much from someone so unlucky. Your troubles know no bounds. Very well, you win. However, we are both betraying the organization now. When you pay for your sins, I shall too.
You need not accompany me.
Enough. Now, about that fragment of the Wicked Sword, you...
A throwing knife? Who did this?
Tut tut, Grow. All witnesses must be disposed of. Even if that witness is an old friend alongside whom you have fought so gallantly.
Aswell!
I shall be taking this fragment. Neither of you know its value.
Damn you!
See this fragment? This is how you use it.
What are you doing, Curtis?
Let us see what happens when a fragment of the cursed sword is embedded within an able, ranking member of the Aval organization. Such an intellectually stimulating subject, don't you think?
I will not allow this! Huh?
As a researcher, I couldn't possibly stand a chance against one from the punitive force. Or so you thought. However, by harnessing the energy from the cursed and spirit swords fitted into this glove, I am able to battle you both! Incidentally, it was I who manipulated the resonating wave energy to create that throwing blade.
No! How could this be? Curtis!
The corruption has begun. The stage is set for more of your sublime drama. Now, my dear Grow, what will you do? Your beloved friend is turning into a loathsome outsider.
Grow! Hesitate not! Damn you!
Battle 1. Fight!
Will be erased. It is here. Curse your weakness.
KO! Battle 2. Fight!
Heart. Mercy. Get out of my sight.
Battle 3. Fight!
Surely not. You cannot resist. So naive. Separate. Dismiss. Careful command. You will be erased. It is here. Chevalier.
Atone for the sin of weakness.
Curtis, awaken from this madness!
He has utterly succumbed to the beast within. Such a shame he'll not be joining us.
Curtis, get a hold of yourself! Damn!
Sorry, but it seems you're on your own.
Don't you worry. All will be fine.
All will be fine? You really are a simple man, Grow.
Thank you for all you have done for me. I shall take care of the rest.
Yes,
I believe you can.
Oh, dear me. Another precious life lost.
But a monster that has lost all reason has no worth.
Oh my, what a wonderful expression! The struggle between sorrow and hatred is simply sublime! Now, let that sorrow and hatred fill your heart! Come at me!
I shall kill you!
Battle 1.
Fight! Here I go!
Battle 2.
Fight! You will be erased! Traitor! Erased! You will be erased!
It's not over!
You will be erased!
Battle 3.
Fight! Stick with me! Erased! Traitor! Heart! Go ahead!
Can you stand the test? Accept this from me! My love! You passed! A happy miscalculation!
Fight! You will be erased! Traitor! Take this!
Wonderful! Though driven by hatred and sorrow, you could resist your destructive impulses. Such a magnificent sight to see. However, I am spent. I could not possibly take any more of this drama. A serious wound would spoil the fun of leaving the organization.
What do you mean, the fun?
Pursue me. Allow the desire for revenge to permeate your being, but do not lose your senses. I have been moved by your story, and shall never forget it.
An earthquake? No, this must be...
This place will soon be reduced to rubble. Perhaps we will meet again, should you live. I would like that. Farewell!
Wait! Damn these infernal fiends!
Grow managed to escape from the crumbling temple, but his friend's corpse was lost in the rubble, never to be found. Grow returned to the organization to report everything that had transpired with Aswell. Waiting for him was the news of Orzel's death upon Aswell's defection, as well as a new mission. Aswell had double-crossed the organization in the hope of unleashing the evil seed again to save humanity, or so he claimed. Grow's new mission was to kill the outsider Aswell before that could happen.
I shall never forgive you. Your intentions matter not. You took my friend from me. Mark my words. You shall pay.
The names of the warriors whose fates were bound to the two swords have been etched into the very fibers of history.
Interim report on the Aswell surveillance mission. The subject was born into a family of doctors who conducted research on plagues. As well as modern medicine, he pursues knowledge in numerous other fields, including history, martial arts, fine arts, literature, and human culture. His broad knowledge and intellectual pursuits gained him entry into the organization. He contributes greatly to our group, including his research on ecological theory and artifacts, particularly those who've lost their humanity. In recognition of his deeds, he was rewarded with a seat among the 12, the organization's supreme decision-making body. Currently, the subject is assigned to our branch in Northern Europe, researching the evil seed phenomenon, which occurred yesterday. This ends the report. The following document contains an interaction with the subject.
I have a hypothesis. I believe the evil seed was caused by what is known as the Cursed Sword, the yin to the yang of the Spirit Sword, the symbol of the Aval organization. The fragment of the Cursed Sword, gathered by intelligence, emitted a wavelength similar to the one observed from that pillar of light. Furthermore, those filthy miscreants who deplore the human race emit the same wavelength as the Cursed Sword. In other words, individual variations aside, the evil seed steals the minds of those with the same wavelength, turning them into fiends. This sword dares to populate the world with fiends who threaten my beloved human race. Disgraceful, isn't it?
It is.
Still, that abominable evil seed has sparked an idea in my mind. But let's leave that aside for the moment. In regards to the cause of the evil seed, if my hypothesis is correct, then it lies with the one who wields the cursed sword, the Azure Knight.
That ends the report. The following document contains an interaction with the subject.
At last, at long last, it is complete! I've created a prototype of a device that will be the key to freeing the human race from its shackles!
That glove, you mean?
This is no mere glove. Fitted with replicated fragments of the Spirit Sword and the Cursed Sword, it utilizes their wavelengths to unleash a power capable of annihilating the fiends!
But...
Fear not. As I stated, I'm using but replicas of fragments from the Cursed and Spirit Swords. I have not violated the organization's cause as espoused by the Oath. Death to outsiders, they who reject humanity, and to those who would wreak havoc with their power. On to the testing! First, let's go outside and see what this device can do. There's no cause for alarm. That filth is an outsider I captured for this very purpose. Let the experience begin.
Battle 1. Fight!
Be careful! Do not hold
Battle 2. Fight!
Chloe, I'm honored to share the stage with you. Let's take the stage together! Stick with me! interesting specimen. Can you stand the test? Accept this from me! My love! KO! Excellently done! Everything seems to have worked perfectly. However, more power is needed to produce the key.
What is this key?
Why, it's the key to my plan to save the human race, of course. In time, this glove will produce it. But, alas, that moment isn't now. I need to find a way to increase its output. Ideally, I would create a wavelength close to that of the evil seed, but using fiends like those we encountered does not generate enough power. But no matter, we can worry about the methods later. That aside, I think it's time you knew about my plan to save humanity. It has no doubt been on your mind, correct? In the process, let's commence the field test and rid ourselves of some filth. We shall go investigate the dimensional rift, the astral fissure that was discovered. According to the report, the astral fissure produces fiends similar to the ones we all know and despise, but that are even stronger. If I just sit around here twiddling my thumbs, our precious human brethren in the surrounding area may be transformed into filthy fiends. Onward to the astral fissure, to investigate and to exterminate. A stronger wavelength, this is most promising.
If you maggots want to pass through here in one piece, give us everything you got. What's that?
Though their low intelligence concerns me, they still deserve love. I shall accept the love they have to give. go! Do not hold Can you stand the test? Can you stand the test? Accept this from me! My love! Excellently done!
Forgive us! What you trying to do? You're crazy is what you are!
Oh dear, why is your tail between your legs all of a sudden? Well, I do love that look of fear in your eyes. Your bluster and limited vocabulary was so precious.
Please, it's as you said! Forgive me! I'll do anything!
Will you now? In that case, how about you all fight each other to the death right now? The victor goes free.
Huh?
You refuse, you die. So take up your weapons and use them to kill your beloved friends. Your life depends on it. Ah!
I did it! I did it!
Wonderful! Marvelous! What a splendid, drama-filled performance!
Well?
First, illuminate me. What were the names of those you just fought and your relation to them?
Don't
test my patience.
The one collapsed right there is John. Known him since our group started.
Oh my! And who's that over there?
He's me younger brother, and I...
Such a fine expression! Finally, you realize what you have done! Do continue and be quick about it. Oh, what is the matter? Tell me how you feel! Lament to me! Are you done? Well, fair enough. You put on a spectacular performance, so it would be unkind of me to be angry. Why so furious? Do not misunderstand my intentions. I adore the human race. Indeed, to me, humans are worthy of love like no other. The way they are always so delicately balanced between joy and despair, love and hate, reason and emotion. It gives me the strength to forge on. And so, I must give them my all in return. Be a shining ray of light that saves them. Let's proceed. If my estimates are correct, the astral fissure is the foundation of that shining ray of light. this is the astral fissure? Glorious! Que grande! Yes. Its wavelength and output seem to match the evil seeds. I can safely conjecture that this is the cause of the increased filth in the area. While I do need to consider their extermination, for now I'll try to enhance my device. Well, it goes without saying that the astral fissure would be filled with powerful waves. This explains the filth appearing. How deplorable. It enrages me to think that such abominations could breathe the same air.
Battle 1. Fight!
Be careful! Weapon arts! It's in your eyes. You missed.
Battle 2. Fight!
Can you stand the test? Accept this from me! My love! KO! Excellently done! Do you wonder why I chose not to seize them? Naturally, I wish to see all fiends destroyed, along with any monsters who pose a threat to the human race. What annoys me most is that they dare resemble my beloved humans. Such blasphemy. My experiments and observations on the filth have concluded. All that remains is to eradicate them. Now, it's time to enhance the device. Oh my! Do you see? Do you see? The fragment's waves and its output have increased! What's more, the astral fissure is gone! Is this assimilation? Absorption? Interesting. This is a remarkable discovery. With this, my plan can proceed! What? The fragment? It shattered! The replica must have been too weak to handle the increase in power. So, it has to be the genuine article or nothing. The organization must be on high alert by now. They've been fooled by your false reports, and they worship the replica Spirit Sword fragment. Even though the 2 fragments have been recovered.
To think we could be controlled like puppets.
My, what a pleasure this is! The leader of intelligence himself coming to say goodbye. You got here quicker than I anticipated. Well done.
Why have you betrayed the organization, huh? What have you done?
Him? Well, I realized I was being observed, but when I asked him to stop, he refused. So I did what needed to be done. Fret not. His life is not in danger. While my plan for saving humanity is important, I do not take pleasure in killing a beloved human. Regardless, you really didn't suspect a thing, did you? Were you not even slightly suspicious about only receiving written reports from your observer?
An evil apostate such as you could never save the human race.
Your words cut me deep. I have a vision, a plan to save humanity, which I'm attempting to put into effect.
Have you gone mad?
Let me speak frankly. The evil seed was imperfect, for it was released merely as a result of the cursed sword. But by combining the powers of the Spirit Sword and the cursed sword, the evil seed can achieve perfection. When that happens, the world will be rid of fiends, elevating humanity to its rightful place and freeing them from their twisted fate.
So that is why you needed a fragment of the Spirit Sword.
Precisely. My research has laid the foundation for the model to produce a perfect evil seed. The ultimate seed. I no longer require the organization. I sympathize with your cause, and I have learned much about the spirit in cursed swords. But it is that cause which shackles me. My research has concluded, and with my plan to save humanity complete, you have all become shackles about my legs.
I can see there is no reasoning with you. You leave me no choice but to slay you, here and now.
Do you think you can? You may be Gro's swordmaster, but you can't expect to defeat me. As thanks for your coming here personally, allow me to show you what happens when you combine the spirit and cursed swords.
Battle 1. Fight! Take this!
Ready? Ready?
Stick with me! Battle 2. Fight! This!
Can you stand the test? Accept this from me! My love! You passed! Curtains up! Gotcha! Fool! Stick with me! Close! You will not escape! Stick with me!
3, fight!
For the to reach my goal! Fight! With me! Do not hold back! With me! With me!
Ready?
Do not hold back!
Final battle! Fight!
With me! With me!
It's time.
You missed! With me!
It's time.
Can you stand the test?
Where did you obtain such power?
You can still stand? I suppose I should have expected no less from one of the 12.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Finally, some backup. Kindly take care of this. I was careless to assume you were the only betrayer.
How dare you oppose Lord Aswell? Miserable swine!
Let's leave it at that.
Yes, Master. All your pursuers have been taken care of.
Well done. The time for research, experiments, and observations is at an end. We now enter the implementation phase. My beloved human darlings, I shall show you a shining ray of light that will free you all from suffering and sorrow.
The names of the warriors whose fates were bound to the two swords have been etched into the very fibers of history. Ask any adventurer, and they'll know of Verci, a wealthy merchant from South Italy, and his underground treasury, the Money Pit. After getting rich in the weapons trade and earning the title of Merchant of Death, Verci set sail with his fleet to find the legendary Soul Edge. But during his quest, Verci learned his entire fortune had been lost in the chaos of a war that broke out in Italy. Half crazed, Verci hid what little he had left in the impenetrable Money Pit, located on a small island in the Mediterranean. There he stationed a grotesque guardian, who silently and mercilessly disposed of all who entered, quickly becoming the fear of all looters. In recent years, however, a new rumor began to spread among some adventurers. Historic rainfall had caused flooding in the Money Pit, destroying most of its traps. The Guardian had also vanished, leaving the treasure free for the taking.
I can't believe we got through the Money Pit that easily. Thanks for the help, Ivy.
Looks like that tip about the Money Pit being abandoned was true.
Yeah, all we had to do was rely on that trusty sword of yours. Traps don't scare us as long as we have you. But hey, aren't you gonna take any of the treasure for yourself?
I only care for items related to Soul Edge, and I already have what I wanted. Now I just need to find Verci's notes.
Always so serious. You're beautiful and you're strong, so, you know, we could... Huh? What the hell is that?
The sword's resonating?
Hey, what did you go quiet for? Whoa, don't drop the treasure there! Huh? Oh, this is a head!
Above you! Ready your weapon!
Huh?
I knew this was too good to be true. That's your target, Blade. The Guardian! Ha! Slice up everything that comes near us, Blade! I missed? Oh no! Ugh, I'm at a disadvantage fighting here! My blade! Show me the way out!
In the deepest room of the dark underground vault, there was a magnificent sarcophagus and chair illuminated by torchlight. Before it stood a lanky, grotesque man, the Guardian feared by looters, with his head bowed in respect. His name was Voldo, a dark vestige of the talented man who had once served as Verci's right hand. Long years underground had robbed Voldo of his sight and sanity. Before his dead master's sarcophagus, he reported his failures. Voldo deeply regretted the fact that he had left the Money Pit for 3 years in order to find Soul Edge. And although he was completely alone, Voldo heard a familiar voice.
Thank you for your report, Voldo. With new challenges often come failure. Learn from your failures, and you shall be wiser. While you were in the outside world, the money pit was flooded, and the traps were all destroyed. Now then, enough lamenting. You have important work to do. But there's one thing we must do first. I'm sure you have felt it, right? The aura emanating from the swordswoman Ivy. My merchant's intuition speaks to me. That aura comes from the legendary sword I spent years seeking, Soul Edge. She also stole a portion of my notes, which are some of my most valuable possessions. And of course, we can't let the other thieving rats get away with the treasure they stole. Therefore, Voldo, I shall give you 2 missions. Your first is to track down that woman and acquire all the clues you can concerning Soul Edge. Your second is to reclaim my notes, as well as all the pieces of my collection that were stolen. Some of the vermin still remain on this island. Exterminate them first, and reclaim what they stole. I'm counting on you, my loyal servant.
Look at the jewel on this sword!
That's really something. Not that I expected any less from Verci's collection.
What was that sound? The wind? Ah!
The adventurers had looted a number of the strange weapons Verci had collected. With Verci's treasure before him, Voldo reminisced as he held in his hands an unusual pair of blades from India. Amid the moonlight reflecting off the blood-stained blades, old memories began to resurface in his mind.
What? You've never seen a pair of Jamadars? They're also known as Bundi daggers. Other merchants call them guitars, but they're mistaken. If you wish to become the next Merchant of Death someday, you'll need to learn all about weapons and their uses. Here, I'll lend them to you, but make sure you return them to me. My instincts tell me they will be a good match for you. Go on, give them a swing.
Ivy's scent was fading, but that did little to hinder Voldo. Honing his senses for years underground had given him something of a sixth sense, which allowed him to sense invisible auras that people leave behind. As Voldo moved north, tracking Ivy's unique aura, he continued reclaiming the treasures stolen from his master.
Hand it over, Grandpa!
Wait! Take anything you want but this!
Why? Because that one will fetch the highest price?
What was that? I just heard footsteps.
My leg!
What's happening?
You want this sword? I don't care what kind of monster you are. You'll not have what my brother left to me.
The scent of Verci's treasures wafted up from the golden blade that the old merchant cradled. It was the item that launched Verci's quest for the golden treasures of the Orient, prior to his search for Soul Edge.
You want to stop looking for Soul Edge?
Verci, we just began your search for the golden treasures of the Orient. And now you want to go off looking for a sword that's nothing more than a rumor? You must be mad.
You're either a wolf or a sheep, Enrico. It's hunt or be hunted. And only the bold come out on top. Bad enough about this. I'll lead the search for Soul Edge. And you, Voldo, will assist me each step of the way.
What? But he's so young. He isn't even family. Wait, Verci! Wait. Your weapons, your face. It can't be. Yon. Oh, forgive me. If only I would have protected our fortune during the war, Verci would still be here. You can have the blade. He didn't take the sword.
Perhaps Voldo decided that he only needed to recover what had been truly stolen. Whatever the case, Voldo soon disappeared, leaving the golden blade with the old merchant. tracking Ivy's aura, Voldo eventually came to a desolate Spanish port town. That's when he realized something. He had once visited this port, at a time when it still thrived. However, the aura's trail only led him to the ruins of an establishment known as the Blacktail Inn. The next thing Voldo knew, he was surrounded by spirits of the dead.
Steal, kill, and steal again. Cervantes, curse you!
The scent of the ocean breeze, the whispers of the name Cervantes by the dead. Together, they caused a distant memory to surge up from the deep recesses of Voldo's mind. Enlist the help of the notorious pirate Cervantes de Leon in your quest for Soul Edge. A mission to negotiate with a pirate infamous for his cruelty meant almost certain death. Still, Voldo journeyed to Cervantes' haunt, the Blacktail Inn, in order to carry out his duty.
So, Verci's offering me 12 Saker cannons, along with this pistol sword you brought. It's certainly a rare item. I see Verci taught you something about the art of appraisal. It's curious, though. If he wanted to ask a favor of me, then why did he not come here in person? Instead, he sent a whelp like you! My, a bullet grazes your cheek and you don't even blink. Not bad. I've taken a liking to this weapon. 4 top-of-the-line culverin cannons and 4 falconets. I want Verci to send me the same things he gave to the Spanish Armada. I'll accept the deal and let you return with good news. It will be good for a little amusement at least.
As Voldo tracked Ivy east, her aura growing ever stronger, he became aware of two things. The first was that Ivy had crossed the mountains and was now moving west. The other was that he was not alone in this hunt. Some unknown group was also secretly tracking Ivy. Regardless of who they were, Voldo had no doubt they would only hinder his mission. So it was that Voldo decided to utilize the mountainous terrain to hunt down the hunters.
The doomed woman with the blood of the cursed sword in her veins. I don't like the idea of being ordered to eliminate a mere woman. And why do we need so many people?
Once you see her blade in action, you'll change your mind.
Don't worry. I'm ready for whatever happens. But something's off. We should have been engaging the enemy by now. Where's the signal? What the?
Who the hell's this?
Ready? I can't bring up!
We're being attacked by an unidentified entity. I need to report. Ah!
Having fun? Oh, right. I forgot you have no sense of humor. Never thought the day would come when I'd be saved by you. Don't expect me to thank you. Long time no see, Guardian. Or should I say, Voldo. I could sense you approaching. I've gained a lot of experience since we last met, you know. I also did a little research. Research on the Merchant of Death and the young man who worked as his shrewd right-hand man. As someone whose life was also ruined by that cursed sword, it's hard not to feel sorry for you. I know. You want this box, right? Then fight me and win it back.
Battle 1. Fight!
I see you too, possessed by spirit. Playtime is over! I still owe you for before. A loyal blade, void of any hesitation. You know, I feel a little envious of you now. I don't need this anymore. Take it. But let me tell you one thing. The soul edge you seek has already been destroyed. If you want to see for yourself, head to Ostreinsburg. Farewell.
After throwing Verci's box back to Voldo, Ivy leapt off the cliff and used her snake sword to disappear into the mountains. Voldo could have followed her, but the risk of dropping the precious box was too great. Since he had already collected several other treasures, Voldo decided to return to the money pit. Standing before Verci's sarcophagus once more, Voldo bowed his head and gave his report. Before long, amid an eerie glow, Verci appeared before his loyal servant.
Welcome back. You have my thanks for completing both your missions. I find it hard to believe that Soul Edge was destroyed, but we will learn the truth in time. First, we should rejoice that my treasures are now back where they belong. Also, the woman may have stolen a portion of my notes, but in this box are our letters. The letters we exchanged while you were assisting me in my search for Soul Edge. These easily contain more information than one could ever glean from my notes. I'm sure she would want to get her hands on them. However, the real reason I value this box so much is because it contains a record of my successor completing all his training.
The fact that Voldo still remained loyal to his master long after his demise proved how much they trusted each other. Deep within the dark pit, in a hollow darkness lit only by the glow of flickering flames and gold, Voldo basked in the new, blissful light, born from Verci's everlasting trust. The names of the warriors whose fates were bound to the two swords have been etched into the very fibers of history.